Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over in our test account, and as we get ready and really getting prepped for that 5th anniversary that is going to be coming, we do have the Magician's Hat. So I'm going to run through this for new players that might not have seen this before. Now this is of course a very, very loot heavy event. So essentially what you do is you get in here and you get these cards. So they are tricks. The tricks are going to turn into right here, which is the medals. The medals are going to be redeemed for a lot of different things in the exchange store, which we'll look at in just a minute. Now, I believe in this event is going to be the exact same where they are coming from the circus tour and they are coming from daily quests. So that makes it incredibly easy for an event because all you have to do is go in here, complete all of your daily quests, and boom, it is going to yield you these magical tickets. Magical tickets, again, are going to turn into medals. The medals are going to be redeemed. Now, of course, you can only do, I believe it is every 300 magic tickets gives you 10 medals. But again, we'll look at that in just a minute. Now, in addition to that, is the second way that you can get these is this circus tour. Now, you want to make sure that you're going in here and you're doing the circus tour every day because, again, this is going to yield you these magical tickets that are going to come really in useful if you want to get the loot out of here. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they change the loot in here, guys. It is really one of the things where it doesn't seem like lately they've changed up any of the heroes or any of the loot for some of these events. So it's just been kind of rinse and repeat where if you need regular resources, the elemental cores in the red chest, very easy to get. But in addition to this event is when you're going through and you're doing those pulls. So when you actually have the cards and you do the tricks, you can see the probabilities here. So not only are you getting loot for this endgame exchange when you do use those medals, but as you can see, we're getting resources, we're getting some twisted essence. You have your red chest, you have your cores, you have your time emblems, you have your Stargazer scrolls, and of course your baits in here. So literally everything that you need and everything that you farm within AFK Arena is going to be available in the Magician's Hat as you're going through here and as you're building those out. So like I said, when you go in here and you do the summons, they will actually yield you these 10 circus medals. Circus medals are going to be utilized in the exchange, which of course is right here. And I'm fingers crossed hoping I do not see Eugene. Now, we know that on the test server, most players do have the awakened version of Eugene, meaning they finally got that last copy of Eugene and they've been able to build him up to Ascended. And at the Ascended, he is not in the Stargazer. So unfortunately, guys, as much as I don't like to be a disappointment to AFK Arena, when you do get him up to that Ascended, he is not available as of today in the Stargazer, which means to get him with the engraving, you're going to have to continue to build him out of the guild shop or the events that we have going on. Now, of course, looking at this gift card, there are a couple things you really want to focus on. Number one being the emblem chest. Now, of course, the value of the emblem chests have kind of went up exponentially because of the plus 40 signature items. So as we build heroes out a lot further, makes a really, really big difference to having these emblem chests. Because remember, the 32 to essentially the 38 are still going to, and as of now, going to be built with red chests, which again means that you need a lot more of these emblem chests. Now, of course, if you don't have the primary heroes up to that plus 60 engraving, elemental cores are always the way to go. Both of them, the chests and the cores, you will need forever. As AFK Arena continues to roll out new heroes, you are going to need more cores. You're going to need more chests. It kind of goes hand in hand. And then, of course, you get to a point with baits. So baits, I did build all my beasts out to resonating level 18. It took an incredible amount of time, but once we got them to 18, it is kind of set it and forget it. Even as an earlier player, baits might be a really good choice because again, there are so many beasts that are kind of on a higher level now and really do make a big difference when you look at the Slumbering Seal, when you look at the Ice Crown. There are a couple beasts in there that really do make a game-changing difference in formations and also a bunch of different game modes, which again, baits might be the way to get. And honestly, if you're below probably Beast Resonance 12, I would probably go in here and get the baits just to get those beasts built up a little bit further. Now, of course, we do have a couple others in here. And look at this. It is still, I believe, the same. But looking at the priority, so of course, we have Valoris in here and Vicus. Don't buy them at all. Not used really anywhere. Audrey, the exact same. But this is a really, really good hero to have. Now, of course, we know when it comes to the Stargazer and the priority, getting Daemia and getting Daemia built is a very, very important priority. when you look again overall in the build, Liberta is number one, followed by either Daemia or building out Lava Tune, both of those. And then, of course, number 4 comes in at Lucilla. From there, the list kind of varies a little bit. But overall, this is pretty solid. This is probably one of the first time, probably in a long time, that I would recommend absolutely if you do not have Daemia built, because even just having a base copy of her does make a big difference, especially if you are earlier game to AFK Arena. This could really make a big difference when it comes to the hero and the utility within formations. Also, again, when you look at utility wise, still one of the SSS, one of the top tier heroes in AFK Arena. And again, I don't remember if she's been in here before or if this is a new addition, but the rest of these heroes are kind of junk at that point. So again, if you don't have Daemia built, I would really recommend building her out. And again, when you're thinking of getting one single copy, if you're free to play, you're getting one copy of her, but that roughly is 50 to 65 Stargazer scrolls. So again, the benefit is kind of there for that hero specifically. There really isn't very many heroes that I would recommend building out of here at all. But again, so now you have the red chest, now you have the cores, now you have the baits, and you have a copy of Daemia. This is where we've kind of talked about them really splitting resources. Once upon a time, when every event kind of came up years ago, it was red chest. It was always red chest. You always bought red chest. Then, of course, we released the engraving. Then it was split between the red chest and, of course, the elemental cores. Then we throw the baits in there. Now it is split a three-way, which we're not getting more resources. We are just getting more things that we have to buy. And now when you stack heroes in there as well, kind of makes a really, really big difference to the amount of heroes to actually go in there and really make a difference. So also to note with the circus tour, this really doesn't make a big difference on how much damage you do. So if you're a top player within your guild and everything, you can look at the leaderboards, you can copy formations, you can do this a bunch of different ways. But overall, for a majority of players, you're not going to be in the top contender. You're not going to be the one that is earning rewards essentially for your guild. So let's go in here. We'll drop in 2 of our heroes in here. So I'm throwing in Irons. Again, you want to make sure you're doing this twice. Twice is the absolute minimum, because not only will it yield you some resources in here, but you want to make sure that you're doing these draws within this game mode, within the circus tour, because if you do not, you're going to have a big gap in the resource production that you're having. Then, of course, once you do get these, you're going to pop over to the Magician's Hat. 145. Unfortunately, we need, 30 to do this. 300 for the full trick. So once you do go in here, and I don't think the first day you can build this or buy this anyways, but when you're going through here and just pulling the tricks, boom, it's going to give you resources, guys. There's some resources right there. Got some essence. Boom, some more resources. This is probably all we're going to get. There's some twisted essence, which I will absolutely take. That is awesome to see. And then we get some more twisted essence. So building out that elder tree, of course, very important when it comes to AFK Arena and building out all of those classes. But all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's event. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.